Hi, this is Debbie Lewis, and welcome to the show. We're going to talk 529 plans. What is a 529 plan? Well, it's something that you can do for your kids now, and they'll really thank you for it later. We've talked about the Internal Revenue Code before. A 529 plan is a tax advantage way to save or even pay for in advance college expenses, and this is for you or your children. According to a recent study, the average out-of-state tuition and fees for a 1 year at a public 4-year university hit $23,893 in 2015. That's a semester. That's for 2 semesters, 1 year. So you take the $23,000, $25,000, you're looking at $100,000 for a college education. Tuition and fees for private non-profit 4-year institutions rose even higher to $32,000 a year. So, oh my gosh, $120,000 to get your kids or yourself through college. By establishing a 529 plan, you're not only taking advantage of a year-end tax benefit if you do this at the end of the year, but you're going to give a child a helping hand towards skyrocketing costs of higher education, and they're going to keep going up every single year. A 529 plan comes in 2 varieties, a prepaid plan and a savings plan. Now, a prepaid 529 plan allows the account holder to prepay all or part of the tuition fees for an in-state college education. A prepaid plan can also be converted to use at out-of-state colleges. For private colleges, there's a similar but separate plan known as the Private College 529 plan. Earnings in a 529 can be tax deferred, and withdrawals being tax exempt from federal and state income taxes if you use the funds for qualified expenses. Now, the expenses are tuition, fees, room and board, and supplies. Many states also offer state tax deductions or tax credits on top of that. Another key benefit of the 529 plan is flexibility. Some investments that are used for education funding require that the assets be given to the beneficiary when they reach a certain age. But with a 529 plan, the owner of the account, which would be me if I'm the mom and I'm setting it up, I get to make all the decisions. For example, if the beneficiary, my children, finally decide that they don't want to go to college, what do you do with the 529 plan? You can choose a different beneficiary, or you can even use the plan for your own education needs. 529 savings can also be used for any accredited in-state or out-of-state or international education institution. So what if your child decides they don't want to go to school where I'm from here in Texas? They want to go and study in Europe. This plan can be converted. Additionally, you can also cover full college costs because the contribution limits per beneficiary usually go above $200,000. So you can start saving if they're going to go to a doctorate or a PhD. Start saving early, invest a lot, it grows tax deferred, and it goes up to $200,000 per child. Now, for tax planning purposes, your 529 contribution is considered a gift to the beneficiary, my children, and qualifies for the $14,000 annual gift tax exclusion. This enables you to make significant contributions without being charged the gift tax. Further, you can front load your contribution to as high as $70,000 in 1 year or $140,000 for married couples, and then distribute the tax gift reduction over a 5-year period. Assets, however, can accumulate and be withdrawn federally tax-free only if they are used to pay for qualified expenses. You can take non-qualified distributions, but then you're going to be subject to income tax and a 10% federal income tax penalty. 529 plans not only help reduce federal taxes, they reduce state income tax. 34 states, including the District of Columbia, offer residents a full or partial tax deduction or credit for the 529 plan. A lot of financial advisors can help you with the 529 plan, so if you need more information, just email me at debbie@debbielewisshow.com, and I'll be glad to help.